Okay, so let's just settle into a nice, comfortable seated posture. Having both feet flat on the floor if you're sitting at your desk. So we just want to align ourselves so it's we have the best opportunity to meditate more easily, because meditation, sitting down and going inwards, when we have so many distractions in this world, is not easy. And even when you have a conducive place to meditate, like you go to a special meditation center, you do a Vipassana course, or your mind is still going. And even with the most conducive conditions, it's still quite challenging. So we start with the body, and just start there. You can be on top of your sits bones, feel your feet on the floor, align your shoulders with your hips, and then your ears with your shoulders. And imagine your spine is this beautiful string of pearls of light, stretching from the base and going all the way up through the crown of the head and beyond. Put some space in between those vertebrae. And go to the crown of the head and just relax your scalp, and your forehead, and your eyes, your eyebrows, the back of the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the area around the mouth, the back of the tongue. Relax the throat. And the back of the neck and the base of the spine. Relax your shoulders and shoulder blades. Just allow them to drop down. Relax the throat again. We don't have a huge amount of proprioception around the neck and the throat. So you just have to imagine, and then imagine your chest relaxing, expanding, and then relax the belly. Imagine your arms and hands and fingers, and your legs and your feet and your toes, just all relaxing. Maybe you feel some sensation there, maybe not. You can put a little cushion underneath your sits bones if you wish. It's particularly helpful if you're sitting cross-legged. Now bring your attention to your breath and notice the sensations there. And just the act of breathing is very subtly also kind of massaging your internal organs. Whether you're breathing very lightly or whether you're, going for a walk or a run or a swim. And maybe that kind of exercise isn't available to you right now. And regardless, the breath is just kind of magical. So when you focus in, you'll notice the sensations as you breathe in and out of the nostrils. Maybe you notice the air flowing over the little hairs inside the nostrils. Maybe you notice the rising and the falling of the belly, the expansion of your chest cavity, The diaphragm dropping down. Diaphragm rising up. And be aware of any sounds in your environment, just allowing those sounds to be there. Try not to follow with the mind. And then be aware of what's arising in your mind this morning. What thoughts are there? Trying to put some space in between those thoughts. Try not to judge what you see. And just notice, is this a different thought than I had this time yesterday morning, yesterday evening, yesterday afternoon? So guaranteed it is different. And there you can see impermanence at work. And you know that whatever you're experiencing right now that might feel stuck or difficult is going to change. So here, rather than to panic, we have some patience with ourselves, and maybe also with our life. And so imagine you just put yourself on the bank of a river and just check and see what the quality of the water is. Is it running down the creek at 1,000,000 miles an hour, just like it does just after it's rained? Or is it kind of gently flowing? Or is it still? Is it deep? Is it muddy? Just see what does your river look like? And just know that while you're sitting on that bank, you're free from the river. So bring to mind all the people of your life. And this is, just because we're doing the Chenrezig meditation this morning, well, it's important for all of them. Bring to mind your loved ones. Of course, these are the ones that we just want to take care of. And then there's our strangers. And the strangers, we hear about their grief, their woes on the news. We hear about their disasters. We hear about when they've somehow died in a really horrible way, dramatic way. And then, after that news cycle is finished, we probably forget about them. It's not that we don't really care. It's just that we just can't contain it in our mind. in quite the same way that we have our close friends in our mind, in our heart. And then we have these people that we don't like. Probably really don't care about them, and due to this impermanent nature of this world we live in, these relationships are interchangeable. And regardless of how we feel about anyone at any particular time, they're all equal. All these people are equal because just like you and me, they want to be happy. They don't want to be suffering. And they all have an extraordinary capacity for a Buddha mind. So I think we'll do this Chenrezig meditation this morning for the benefit of all these people of our life, and by extension, all sentient beings. So you'll notice that as we do these different, meditations with different deities, Tara, Chenrezig, it's just the quality of the energy of the deity that changes. You'll probably find that the format's pretty much the same. So imagine Chenrezig is in front of you. Don't do that just yet. Chenrezig's already there in front of you. Just imagine surrounding you in all these people of your life. So have your family, if you're close to them, have your family and your friends, your loved ones beside you, behind you. And maybe the people you don't feel so comfortable with or don't get along with, they can be in front. And then there's strangers all around, above, below, all around. And contemplate the suffering of these people and these beings. So think about maybe your parents and the people you're close to. So you know intimately what's going on with them. And try and open your heart to the physical and psychological problems they are experiencing. And think that just like you, they want to be free of all suffering, and feel how wonderful it would be if they were free and could enjoy the peace and bliss of enlightenment. And then think of the people that you don't like, all the ones that have hurt you, and imagine their physical pain and discomfort, feelings of loneliness, insecurity, fear, dissatisfaction. And just like you, they don't want problems. Quite often they don't have a choice. So perhaps these people, it's not just you that has a problem with them. So maybe they are lonely. Maybe they are angry and their anger keeps everyone away. Maybe they are, 66 years old and behave like a child, which is kind of irritating at that age. But, as long as they are confused or they don't really appreciate or understand the way things really exist, they're never going to find peace. So try and open your heart for these people who you normally feel irritation or anger. And expand your awareness to take in the troubles and pain of other human beings, animals, insects, marine life. And whoever has an uncontrolled mind necessarily has suffering. So I think I've mentioned before, we have a dog, next door. And every time it hears the tiniest little noise, it goes crazy. It doesn't have the capacity to rationally understand what it is that is setting it off. As you can hear, it's just kind of irrational barking. So this mind of this dog is terrified. It's likely that even its own barking terrifies it. So remember that all of this suffering and unhappiness and pain, these are mental experiences, and therefore they're impermanent and they're changeable. And they arise because of misunderstandings and confusion and confused emotions. Once their causes have been eliminated, all this kind of this mental suffering will just kind of reduce. So we just have to be our own therapists, be our own mothers, work on our own minds, deal with our own misconceptions, our negative energy, and just gradually develop a correct understanding of the way things really exist. And this takes time. So I feel it's just like we want to work on ourselves so we can then be in a position to help others. So we can't really help other people if we're sort of dealing with our own stuff. Sometimes it's too difficult. So imagine now above the crown of your head and facing the same way as you is Chenrezig. And Chenrezig's, traditionally the manifestation of pure, unobstructed compassion, love, and wisdom. And his body is made of white light, and it's transparent and radiant. And try and feel the living presence of this Buddha above the crown of your head. So, in front of you is this image, and it's quite detailed. These tankas are always quite bright and a lot going on in them. So if that's all too much for your mind, just imagine this ball of compassionate white light above the crown of your head. And it's just enough to know it's there, to feel its presence. And this is the manifestation of pure, unobstructed compassion, love, wisdom, all the enlightened energy in the universe. And his body is made of this beautiful white light, transparent and radiant. His face is peaceful and smiling. He's radiating love to you and all the sentient beings of your life, all the sentient beings around you. He has no judgmental thoughts, accepting you exactly as you are turning up this morning, this afternoon, this evening. He has 4 arms. The first 2 hands are at his heart, and they're held together, and they hold a jewel that fulfills all wishes. His second 2 arms are raised to the level of his shoulders. The right holds a crystal rosary, and the left a white lotus. He's sitting on a white moon disk on an open lotus with his legs crossed in the full lotus posture. And he's wearing exquisite silks and precious jewels. And again, just like Tara, these silks, these jewels, and this kind of royal Indian style isn't just something Chenrezig went and got at the market. In a way, it's quite magical. It's an emanation of his virtue. So try and hold your awareness on this visualization, whether it's whether you make it as extensive or as simple, start by making it simple. If all you can do is white light and forearms, that's enough. And stay relaxed and comfortable and open to this kind of loving energy of Chenrezig. So make a prayer from your heart to overcome your misconceptions and your negative energy and to develop pure love and compassion for all beings. So it's never going to be immediate, like it's not, it takes time. So we start with the idea that this is what I'd like to aspire to. I'd love to aspire to not carry all this anger around in my heart towards that person. Because really the only person that's actually harming is you. So, even if it's just for self-compassion, that we try and, deal with all of this. So, and when you're doing that, try and feel that you're connecting with your own true nature, your own highest potential. And in response to your request, Chenrezig very lovingly sends streams of white light that fill every cell and every atom of your body. And it purifies all the negativities and your problems and all your past harmful actions and your potential to give harm in the future, and completely fills you with limitless love and compassion. And your body feels light and blissful, peaceful, your mind clear as we recite the mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now the light from Chenrezig radiates out to every living being, purifying their negative energy and filling them with bliss as we recite the mantra again. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now imagine Chenrezig dissolving into white light. And this just kind of flows down into you through the crown of your head, past your third eye chakra, past your throat chakra, and reaches your heart chakra. Imagine this is also the mind of your teacher there, the form of Chenrezig. And your mind merges indistinguishably with the mind of Chenrezig, and you experience complete tranquility and bliss. So as we're meditating here just for a couple of minutes, just notice when your mind starts to travel, or this kind of eye that's bored or restless or hungry or wants coffee or whatever. That is not your real self. That's not who you really are. And you just simply bring your mind back to the qualities and the experience of being one with Chenrezig's mind. Infinite love and infinite compassion, because that is your potential. That's who you really are. It's good to remind ourselves of that. We're in the middle of it. So let's just dedicate all the merit, all the positive energy we've created doing this practice this morning to all those people of our life, and by extension, all as sentient beings. And Mary, thank you so much for hosting this morning. As usual, it's always so lovely to see your face.